understanding who we are and finding our purpose. What makes us different and what makes us the same.
It's about you trying to look thoughtful and intelligent in front of some girl.
Not just in front of some girl. I want to look thoughtful and intelligent in front of everyone.
That can count as a theme, I guess. So does it have a plot?
Of course it has a plot.
And the plot is?
Groundbreaking. The plot is groundbreaking.
Yeah, but what happens?
The ground breaks.
What, like literally like an earthquake?
Literally, metaphorically, it really challenges the boundaries of such concepts.
Okay, well, what about characters?
Yep,
Yep.
it's got those too.
And they are?
Well, there's an aspiring young actor, writer, director, and then there's his utterly uninformed roommate who can never seem to grasp any of his work. And if you really feel the need to quiz me about all 6 elements right this second, the language features big words like existentialist and melancholy. There will be obscure, vaguely nostalgic folk music played throughout, and the spectacle is, I don't know. We'll have a random fucking confetti cannon? I don't care. You're distracting me from my writing.
Okay, wow, sorry. You're the one that's saying everything you write out loud.
Well, if I didn't say it out loud, how would the audience know what I'm writing about?
What?
What?
What did you just say?
Oh, that was a line I'm having the writer character say. See, he's having to explain to his roommate his writing method, and in this moment, he sort of breaks the fourth wall and acknowledges that he's just a character in a play by referencing the audience hearing him speak aloud the things he writes. I'm trying to be meta.
Yeah, okay, well I hope you aren't making the character explain the joke like that, though.
Oh no, of course not. That'd kill the joke.
Yeah.
Unless he does explain it, and then him recognizing that it kills the joke would become another layer of self-referential humor, making it even more meta. And then he could explain that, and by that point, it'd be funny again. The joke lives!
That's way too many layers, man.
You're right. Never mind. I'm thinking of developing a heroin addiction.
What?
Or not an addiction, at least a habit.
Is this something the character's saying again?
I mean, so many of the greats had heroin addictions. Cobain, Osborne, Steven Tyler, and that's just musicians. Samuel L. Jackson had a heroin problem. He's done everything from Tarantino to Star Wars. Hell, he's even done Snakes on a Plane.
You say that like it's something to be proud of.
And look at Robert Downey Jr., he's fucking Iron Man. Even Russell Brand did heroin, and no, he's not the greatest comedian in the world. But he's fucking famous, isn't he? So clearly he's doing something right.
Yeah, but I don't think that something is hard drugs.
I thought a lot about this, planned it out, you know? I get myself hooked, spend some time living it up junkie style, then I meet some interesting people. Have some crazy experiences I can write about. And then once the fun stops and starts causing problems in my life, I'll just kick the hell.
Wait, aren't you afraid of needles?
And the struggle to overcome the drug will make me a stronger person in the end, and earn me some admiration for my inspiring perseverance. It's a win-win situation. Win-win-win, really, because whoever I buy the heroin from will also benefit. And it's something to do at the very least. A little break from the monotony in life. When you choose the life of a struggling artist, you don't really take into account the boredom it's bound to include. And blackout.
Oh, you're shitting me.
I'm sorry, what?
All that heroin bullshit was just a monologue for your stupid play?
Dude, it's really not cool to eavesdrop on my work.
What?
Why are you acting so melancholy all of a
I'm
sudden?
not acting melancholy. And I wouldn't have to eavesdrop if you weren't saying everything you write out loud.
I told you already, if I didn't say it out loud, how would the audience know what I'm typing?
The what?
You know, just, never mind.
Okay, whatever. Look, you aren't actually thinking about doing heroin, right?
What? No way, man, I hate needles. You're dragging. What? You're making the scene drag. You can't have such a big pause with no build up to it. You gotta earn the pause.
Todd, you don't have to earn pauses in real life. I'm allowed to not talk if I'm at a loss of words, and trust me, I think it's perfectly reasonable to be at a loss of words.
You
when
write it
thinking about
down,
doing
please. I need to concentrate.
Oh, now you want quiet. 10 seconds ago you're giving me shit for not talking, but oh, now it's quiet time.
If you must know, I'm working on a particularly hard subject right now. There's a lot of concentration.
And what might that be?
Nothing.
No, seriously.
Nothing, like the concept of nothingness.
Nothing. It's the lack of something. What's so hard about that?
Well, it's not just the lack of something, it's the lack of anything at all. Absolute nothingness. A true vacuum. That's a hard concept for a lot of people to wrap their heads around.
Well, what about space? Space is a vacuum. People understand space.
Thought space.
What? Is that the new name for the apartment?
No. Well, maybe. But not what I meant.
I know what you meant. Well, why are you angry at space?
Do I need a reason?
I suppose not. Todd, this is some weird shit you're writing.
It's meta! I'm thinking outside the box. It's got levels.
This character's name is Ben. Did you write me into your play?
You are one of the levels, yes.
I can't tell if this is brilliant or insane.
Well, I am Aquarius, destined for greatness or madness.
Oh, that's a line from Hair.
Great artist steal.
Oh, and you're a great artist.
If I put a line from Hair in my play, I am.
I don't know, man. It just seems like you're writing a bunch of nonsense.
Sometimes existential theater, quacka quacka quack, sounds like nonsense or quacka quacka quack.
Yeah, but it has to have a meaning. Does this play have a meaning?
Of course it has a meaning. The meaning is, there is no inherent meaning to anything. Everything is subjective, even the concept of reality. But we look for meaning in everything and end up creating meaning in most things. And even if one person decides to make something with an intended meaning, someone else might draw from it a completely different meaning. And both meanings could still be completely correct and equally meaningful. And the word meaning doesn't even sound like a word anymore. Meaning!
Okay.
Meaning!
Oh, okay, alright, but that doesn't sound very clear.
Well, I'm not going to spoon feed the audience.
So what am I supposed to be getting from this right now? We're all just ideas in someone's head. You, me, the fuck space, it's all just made up?
I mean, if that's the meaning you get from it, I guess.
Wait. So it's like the human mind generates all this thought, right?
Right.
And we use that thought power to rationalize and explain our being, our world, the whole universe. So we record and measure and study and come up with a scientific explanation for things. Or we decree that some things can't be explained by science and chalk it up to some otherworldly power. God, or whatever your personal name for it is. But if we go back to the simplest truth, the simple foundation that proves we're real, I think, therefore I am, we could infer that maybe thought is not only proof of our existence, but the very genesis of it.
Yes, but whose thoughts? Mine or yours?
What about all our thoughts? All human minds coming together as one, and that one united consciousness creates and controls every fiber of our universe.
Yes.
But our minds didn't make it, it made our minds. Or it is our minds.
Yes!
It's the only mind. A single consciousness that shoots off countless tendrils that forms each of our individual thoughts.
Keep going!
So it's not a matter of I think, you think, we think, it's all one.
What is?
Me.
And
you.
And them.
And universe. Finish it! We are all one!
You feel that?
Yeah.
That was an earned pause. That's going into play.
Wait, I may have had the single most profound revelation of my life. And you're talking about your stupid script?
Pin! Your entire revelation was based around the assumption, I think therefore I am, means I am because I think. But what that phrase really means is that one's ability to think or doubt one's existence is proof that one does indeed exist.
Okay, what?
You just misinterpreted it, man. It could happen to anyone.
But that whole first monologue you wrote was based around the exact same assumption.
That whole first monologue I wrote was just a lengthy setup to a who's flying the plane joke.
Well,
I think you're getting a bit too invested in this, man, but it's just a play.
You know, I think you're right. I need to go to bed.
And blackout. Have you ever thought about color? Like, what is blue, really? I mean, most of us can look at the sky and recognize it as blue, or not, depending on weather, time, etc. But how do we know it's the same blue? Maybe your blue is my red, and your red is my orange, and your orange is my mauve, and you might not even be sure what mauve is. I'm not totally sure myself. Maybe like a purplish color? Or maybe mauve is nothing at all. Someone, somewhere, ages ago saw a weird purpley splotch and told it, You are mauve. And since then, mauve it has been. Mauve. Mauve. It's just a noise. But because so many people agree that that particular noise means that particular thing, it's considered a truth. Except, not everyone agrees on one noise. Russians, for example, call the color mauve Dalek. And one day, a Russian man and an Englishman were looking at the same purpley splotch. And the Englishman said, "This is mauve." "No, Dalek," said the Russian. To which the Englishman replied, "No, old chap, I assure you, it's mauve." "Dalek," said the Russian. "Mauve," said the Englishman. "Dalek, mauve," and so on, until they finally came to the realization that Dalek and mauve represent the same thing. And they're both just arbitrary sounds agreed upon by different populations who developed separately from one another back in the day when things were still being named. Then they shared a hearty chuckle about this humorous misunderstanding until the Russian realized he was actually just a bear in a silly hat and promptly mauled and devoured the Englishman.
Todd, what are you doing?
Oh, monologuing.
Oh, God, you're writing again.
I like to think I'm always writing, sometimes I just don't record it.
Look, finishing one 10-minute play does not give you the right to be this pretentious.
That's fair. I'll pull it back a bit. I just thought maybe acting like a pretentious writer would help me write better.
Your last play was solid and you wrote that without any access on pretension. What, is that the noun?
I mean, what are nouns anyway?
Regardless, last time you wrote a thing, you pretty effectively shattered my concept of reality.
Good! Sometimes reality needs shattering.
Yes, thank you again for that. Now, if you'd let me make my point.
I've been trying to make your point for like 5 lines now.
Don't do that.
What?
We are not playing this game again.
What game?
The everything's actually a line in a play game. Don't write that down, Jesus Christ.
Okay, you're right. That concept is played out. I can't do another play about writing a play.
What are you doing?
Stopping.
Why?
Because if I kept writing, it would be a play about writing a play, which is exactly what we just agreed it mustn't be.
Okay. So, how are things? Huh?
They are.
As usual?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, what if you just wrote about something other than a guy writing a play?
So instead of talking about writing a play about writing a play, we just be talking about writing a play?
Sure.
One less layer. Alright, I'm on board.
Great, you have fun.
Where are you going?
My room.
No, let's stay out here. I need to bounce ideas off of you. If I do it myself, I feel schizophrenic.
Okay, fine. But no mind fucks this time.
You know I can't make that promise.
Okay, whatever. What do you have so far?
Oh, here. It's just kind of stream of consciousness rambling at this point, but I think it's getting at a pretty cool theme. And I made an awesome concept web from the thought spiral it sent me on. I think I can actually connect it back to my last play and turn the whole thing into a little show cycle or something. Or maybe it'd be just a one act with an episodic structure. But look at me trying to label my work when one of the fundamental concepts it addresses is that labels are inherently meaningless. It's like this cool little ironic moment while also being the perfect example of the human impulse to categorize and label. You're right, I am becoming pretentious.
This is literally just a paragraph about mauve. I like the bit with the bear though, that was fun.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's not about mauve, it's about what mauve represents.
Yeah, so what? Sounds representing colors, different sounds, different languages, big deal.
So what?
What? Yeah, so what?
It is though, it is a big deal, or at least it suggests a big deal. Also, Dalek isn't a word.
What?
It's just kind of a Russian-y sounding noise I made. I have no idea what the Russians call mauve. Although, now that I hear that sentence out loud, that may make a good title for this play. What the Russians call mauve.
You can't just do that. You can't just make up a new name for something.
I can. I did. I was just following in the footsteps of those brave pioneers who first discovered a purpley splotch deep in the heart of the Congo and dubbed it mauve. You can call anything you want. You know? Like Hamlet.
Like Hamlet?
Words, 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 man. It's all just words, words, words.
Yeah, I don't think that's what that line means.
Well, that's the meaning I'm giving it.
Well, okay, whatever. Look, we're not having this argument again.
Probably best you don't. I always win anyway.
You know, you're kind of a dick.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Most times.
Okay, whatever. Well, what's this bit at the beginning about color, huh? You completely abandoned the subject matter halfway through.
The subject, maybe, but not the theme. I'm dabbling in modernism.
I'm sorry, what?
You know, Eliot, pound, make it new. The tragedies of World War I have only made me realize the world needs to be re-examined through a modern lens.
What?
Oh, sorry. See, World War I was this conflict between several world powers in the 19 teens. Some really tragic shit happened. They say it was the war to end all wars, which is why an aerial war has happened since. Great job sorting that one out, humanity. You done good.
You know, sometimes I really wonder what world you're living in.
My world, Ben. I'm living in my world.
Okay.
It's lovely here.
But modernism?
It's a lovely concept. Are you a fan?
I don't know what it is, that's why I asked.
Well, I won't bore you with all the details.
Oh, because you don't know all the details.
Hey, I only said I was dabbling, but for my purposes, it deals with the way themes are presented. It's all about taking a bunch of generally disconnected concepts which, when looked at as a whole, present an idea you can't really get through normal means.
Okay, what?
Hold on.
What? What the? Where'd you get a whiteboard?
I made it.
You made a whiteboard.
Yes.
Out of what?
Bamboo, probably, but look! I'll explain it in terms of modernist poetry. Bear with me. So, in a regularly construct, non-modernist poem, this connects to this, connects to this, and so on, to present a final idea. But in modernist poetry, Eliot's The Wasteland, for example, this and this are about totally different things, but suggest related themes. And if you look at the whole thing together, it presents a more elaborate concept.
And that's what you're doing, huh?
Probably not, but it would be cool if I was.
Then what are you doing?
Just trying to take an objective look at the world. A look past the human assumption of understanding. Like, we might all perceive color differently, but we accept it as the same.
Well, it'd be pretty damn confusing if we all had individual colors.
Language is just a bunch of sounds set to structural rules made up by people ages ago, but we think of it as inherent truth.
Well, I mean, how else would we communicate?
I've been feeding you bullshit history this whole time, and you've been accepting every bit of it.
I've been accepting none of it.
But you've accepted all the other history you've ever been taught, and the farther back you go, the less reliable that shit gets.
Wait, do you not believe in history?
I'm just saying it's written by the winners, and if I was a winner, I'd sure as hell make some shit up.
But you are a winner.
Exactly, and don't even get me started on religion.
Yeah, I will not.
Oh, okay. But, well, I'm not really sure where to go to next if you don't get me started on religion. I had a full baked thing prepared.
Yeah, I've heard your religion rant 1,000 times. It's a human attempt to explain the unexplainable, quack, quack, quack. Limits of human comprehension, quack, quack, quack. God creates man, man creates God, quack, quack, quack. Let's just skip it.
Okay, fine. So we've established religion as a human-generated definition of reality.
You have, yes.
Good enough, I'm not trying to debate belief systems.
Then what are you trying to do?
What are any of us trying to do?
You know, you're the worst kind of person.
So it goes! Now, let's review. Colors are subjective. Language is made up. History can't be trusted in religion or any other attempt to explain the world is stuck within the limits of human comprehension. Put it all together and what do you get?
An existential crisis.
Close. You reach just one conclusion. Nothing is real.
Oh, gee, thanks for that little burst of depression, Todd.
Yeah. I think maybe in hindsight this train of thought wasn't the best choice.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think I can turn it around. Follow close. It may prove a comfort. If nothing is real, then the concept of realness isn't real. Existence doesn't exist. And if the concept of realness doesn't exist, then things can't be not real. So in a way, if nothing is real, then everything is real. We define reality like we define everything else. It's all made up. And that's okay.
So we're right back to where we started, huh? The things are
Things are.
as usual?
Yep.
Wow, your attempt at modernism really paid off there, bud.
Yeah, I think that maybe I didn't do it right.
Yeah, maybe.
It's sort of a humorous misunderstanding, though. Huh?
Yeah. You know, actually, I mean, it kind of makes sense when you look at it, because, you know, religion and language are kind of... Wait, where the hell did you get a white Jesus? What? This doesn't...
I'm a bear! Roar!
What the fuck?
Ah!
Hey! Salt. Hey! Yep. Hey! 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 Ho!
What? Well, this is different. Todd, what you doing, bud?
Metamorphosizing.
I don't think that's a word.
I don't think anything's words.
Was that grammatically correct?
Depends what grammatical structures you believe in.
Okay, can you please get off the floor?
Can't. And bug.
Why are you doing this?
No particular reason. Just doing. Woke up feeling Kafka-esque. Went with it.
Can you please get off the floor? You're not a bug.
Yeah. I guess not. Maybe. Alright,
No.
Well, why not? It's been known to happen.
Has it?
Depends who you ask. Could be a bird too.
No.
A nightingale sailing out over the clouds.
Todd.
Tweet,
Todd,
tweet,
please.
tweet, tweet,
Todd.
tweet, 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 tweet.
I'm moving out.
What?
Look, you spiraled out of control, man. You either you get professional help or I'm moving out. What the?
Curious.
What?
Clear conventional conflict. What a remarkably standard plot element.
What?
I thought we were past that.
Jesus, Todd, this isn't a conflict for the sake of a plot. This is a real life problem.
I mean, I've been making strides getting away from conventional plots, exploring modernism, delving into hermeneutics, delving into inexplicable human transfigurations. I literally turned into a bear for this show.
No, you put on a silly hat and tackled me.
And here you are, trying to force me into Frey-Tat's triangle.
We both know that's not what I'm doing.
Oh, and this argument probably fits perfect into your precious rising action. All building up to some kind of big climax, right? Is that what you want, Ben? You want a climax? Well, I'm not gonna let you climax!
Are you done?
Yeah, I think so.
You want to think about what you just said?
I heard it! Sorry for blowing up like that. I've just been trying so hard to transcend the traditional script, and then you presented this pretty basic conflict. Put the focus back on the plot instead of the truths behind it. I'm working towards post-drama, you know?
No, I really don't.
Oh, well, in post-dramatic theory,
Look,
you don't focus on
I'm
the-
sorry, Todd. I don't care. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Well, you probably just don't get it, man. Here, let me draw it.
Will you please stop changing the subject? We have to have a serious talk.
About making your character arc a bit more archy?
Excuse me?
I mean, I've developed as a character. I've gone on quite a journey.
Yeah, I guess a descent into madness is technically a journey.
Right! Whereas you've remained pretty stagnant.
As a voice of reason?
Yes, exactly. And don't get me wrong, I do appreciate a foil, but it gets old.
Oh.
And do we even need a voice of reason anyway? The world isn't reasonable. Why should we be?
That's exactly why we should be. The world is unreasonable, so we have to put reason into it. What the? What? Wait, what? What the fuck?
You just figured it out, man! Humanity is constantly struggling to oppose reason on a reasonless world.
But the lights, the sun. What?
I call it the epiphany alarm. I installed it last week.
You've been waiting to do that bit for a week?
Well, for like the last 20 minutes at least. I got a button for it on my keychain.
I don't know if I should be impressed or...
Yes, you should be impressed.
Okay,
Well, are you impressed?
Sure, I'm impressed.
You don't sound very impressed.
Well, I am.
It took a lot of work to put together.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
So you could at least show some appreciation for it.
Okay, wow, it was great. Now can we
Want
please
to see it
come back-
again?
No, I really don't.
If you really liked it, you'd want to see it again.
I do, it's just
Oh, great.
Now can we please... Damn it, Todd.
What? You asked to see it again.
I did not.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, agree to disagree.
Will you please stop deflecting and talk to me?
I mean, I'll say yes, but we both know I'm probably lying.
Just try to sit and have a serious conversation. Please, it's important.
Okay, I'll try.
Thank you. Okay, so... Alright. So I've been thinking about this for a while. I don't know what caused it, but... You've lost control, man. You need to get help.
Have I lost control?
Yeah.
Or are you just trying to control too much? Ben! I'm fine. I'm on a journey of self-discovery. I can't generally understand the world until I understand myself. So, I opened the door to my mind, and you know what was behind it? 2 more doors. And behind those doors were even more doors, and behind those were even more. And you know what's behind those doors?
Let me guess, 2 more doors.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Okay, can we please
Wait,
get back...
just a sec!
Okay.
Yep, more doors. And at a certain point, you start to wonder just what kind of sadistic fucking architect would design a mine with so many doors, and why they would do such a thing. And that brings us to the ultimate question of why. Fuck to be or not to be. I mean, that's easy. It's multiple choice. If you're really stumped, just flip a coin. Odds are it'll come up to be 92 times in a row. But why? There's the rub. That's some open-ended essay shit, and countless minds have written that essay, but we're still not satisfied. Probably never will be. So, we keep opening doors, keep digging deeper, and maybe I, like the doors of Khazad-dûm before me, delved too deep and awakened something in the darkness, something mankind wasn't ready for.
I'm sorry, are you saying you found a Balrog in your mind?
No, but that would have been incredible. I'm saying I found an answer.
What?
I figured it out! I unlocked the secret to our existence, and frankly, it scared the shit out of me. So, I decided to stop asking why and let myself be inexplicably transformed into an animal. Animals never ask why. Plus, if I was a bird, I could fly around and make fun bird noises like tweet, 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 or pootie weet if I was in Germany.
Todd, you cannot be serious.
Oh, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley!
I didn't.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were doing a bit. Anyway, I am serious. I figured it out. There's only one possible explanation for our existence. One sole answer to the question of why. One fundamental truth at the root of everything. One.
Just get on with it!
It's just a play.
What?
It's all just a play. We're just characters in some weird, self-indulgent, contrived, pretentious, nonsensical attempt at writing a play.
Todd,
Ben!
do you want me to be frank?
Oh! Now we're doing the bit. Nope! I'd much rather you stay Ben.
This just confirms it for me, Todd. Look, you've lost control. You're not living in reality anymore. You need to get help.
No, I don't, Ben. If you just think about it.
There's nothing to think about. We're not in a play. We're not just characters, man.
How else do you explain everything that's happened? The confetti cannons, the time I was a bear.
You never actually were a bear.
Wasn't I?
No!
Think about it, Ben. Are you absolutely sure I was not a bear?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
It would make so much sense, Ben. It would explain why I say all the weird shit I say. Why our bodies are always slightly angled this way. Why everything is painted black. Whoa, search your feelings, Ben.
Wait, no,
you know
no, you're wrong, Todd, you're wrong. This is real life. We are real people. This is a real bear. This is real furniture. This is a real floor. This is a real wall.
Todd. Yeah, Ben.
There are people out there.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Tweet. What the fuck just happened?
I don't know, it was like I just blacked out for a second.
Todd!
I mean, what happened? Time has passed.
Todd!
I mean, this is presumably a new scene.
Todd!
It's some sort of time lapse.
Todd!
I can't for the life of me remember anything between the confetti cannons and now.
Todd!
But it looks like the confetti's been cleaned up.
Todd!
I wonder how that happened.
Todd!
For the love of God, man, what
they're still here.
What?
The audience.
Well, of course they're still here. Obviously, the play isn't over yet.
Oh, why couldn't it have just ended when the wall broke?
It could have. It didn't. The why is irrelevant. We broke the world, Ben. Now we get to dig through the pieces.
Oh, well,
Maybe we'll learn something.
What if I don't want to dig?
We're not literally digging, Ben. I was metaphoring.
I want to go home.
We are home, Ben.
No, we're not. We're in a theater, on a set, in front of an audience.
And we always have been. This is our home.
Well, I don't want them in our home.
Ben! Guys, I'm sorry about him. He wasn't as mentally prepared for this realization as I was. I've actually been waiting to meet you all for a while now.
Todd, stop talking to them.
Ben, don't be so rude. I bet they love getting a chance to interact with us.
No.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Stop. No.
What?
I don't think they like being touched.
Oh, maybe you're right. That one did look more uncomfortable than you do.
Hi. We're just gonna go back into our place and work on pretending you guys don't exist. So.
But they do exist. He's always struggled with these sorts of concepts. Come here.
No, please, God.
Look. They're real. We're real. It's all real.
I thought you said nothing was real.
Same thing. This is happening. You've got to come to terms with it.
Well, what if I don't?
Then you will die.
What?
I don't know. I've never broken reality before. I don't know all the rules. But denial can't be a good thing.
What?
You've got to embrace the change. Embrace the freedom.
What? Embrace the freedom? Were we not free before?
Hard to say for sure. What do you think?
Well, if we were in a play, then we were just saying and doing the things that were written specifically for us to say and do. So I guess by that logic, we've never been free.
But now, the wall is shattered.
So we can finally be free?
Yes, and what can we do with our freedom?
Fly!
No. The
Okay.
laws of physics are probably still pretty rigid.
All right.
Maybe start smaller.
Say words that aren't scripted.
Brilliant! Try it.
Cool. If Jesus Christ put on a polo, he'd look just like Tiger Woods.
What?
I don't know, I was just trying to say something that nobody would write.
Let me try.
Okay.
Eggplants, rhinos, are fumigating atrocious snorkels, and I can't salsa dance in Estonia due to my caloric temperament.
Oh, wow, was that unscripted?
I don't know, it didn't feel any different, but there's like no possible reason anyone would ever write that sentence.
Unless they want us to think we're saying unscripted things, so they're just writing nonsense.
Damn, this writer is clever.
No, this writer's a dick.
A clever dick.
Well, maybe we should try something else, huh?
Like what?
What if, bear with me, what if we go out there, hmm?
Ooh! I like new adventures, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's one small step from there.
Stop that!
Yep.
Okay. We're out.
Yeah. Sort of anticlimactic.
Yeah, well, what now?
We sit. We wait.
Okay.
We see what happens.
Alright. Hi.
Oh, the lights gone down.
Oh, be quiet.
Oh, this must be what happens during this mid recap.
Todd, you're causing a disturbance.
Sorry, everybody.
Stop! Shut the fuck up!
This is a folk song. We're singing a folk song. We'll be singing all night long. Singing about memories and other stuff. Singing a folk song.
Who the hell is that?
I think maybe that's supposed to be you. Like, we stepped out of the play, but the play still exists, so it just reset itself with a new Todd and a new Ben. It makes perfect sense.
Does it?
I mean, yeah, sure, because, like, the show must go on. It's just going on without us. Like, so this must be your understudy?
She looks nothing like me.
Well, I mean, like, think about everything we've said and done since that moment. And no, there was really nothing that specified any physical characteristics, so we could kind of look like anything, you know? It's just, who the fuck is that supposed to be?
Oh my god, that's awesome. Our resemblance is uncanny.
Oh, no, wait, this cannot be me.
Well, think about everything that's happened between that moment and now. It really wasn't easy to specify any physical characteristics.
There God! I was talking about the perfectly reasonable difference between you and your understudy. This is not reasonable. This is... What even is this?
Possibly the best casting decision I've ever seen.
Oh my God!
Get off the stage! You're causing a scene!
I'm not on stage.
Get it?
But I'm not in the scene.
You're doing a scene
around me like I'm not in the scene.
It's like a pun.
Oh my God! Don't you get it? Get what? Weren't you listening? Damn it! You never listen when I try to explain things to you. Wow, we're like really in sync right now. This is crazy. Oh shit! It's still going! Stop that! How are you doing that? Pumpkins! Eggplants! Hamster wheel! The skull! The skull! The skull! The skull in Guatemala! Todd's the worst!
Hey!
Oh my God, that was weird.
Yeah, what were you trying to tell me?
I was trying to say that these two imposters don't even seem to know we're here, like, even when we're right in front of them, see?
Well, sure, why would they see us? We're part of their audience now. We couldn't see our audience before we broke out. Well, they're still a couple scenes away from seeing us.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but like, look, I guess...
Ben, put that down!
What? Why?
You don't know what effects it might have.
Oh, what's it gonna do, huh? Break reality? Is that what's gonna happen, huh? Will reality break? Cause if so, too late! We already broke it, and they're gonna break it in a few scenes anyway. There are no rules anymore, Todd! No gods! No masters! Ben! No! Oh, shit!
Sorry. Okay, well, I hope you're not having your character explained like that.
Yeah, are you kidding me? That was
Oh my gosh!
Unless she does explain it, and then she acknowledges it as a joke. And then that adds another layer of self-referential humor. And then she explains that, and making it even more meta, and by that point, the joke will be funny again!
That's way too many layers.
You know, maybe that joke would have worked out after all. It's definitely got a lot of layers, but it still kind of works. Oh, don't worry, sorry I told you to take it out.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't actually take it out. I actually added one last layer where after the writer explains the whole thing, her roommate tells her it has too many layers to be funny, and she says, "You're right, never mind." Then there's a callback to it actually a few scenes later, which I guess would also be another layer.
What? Todd, that's ridiculous. Who even thinks like that?
Yeah, I guess in hindsight it's kind of stupid.
But what about this heroin bullshit, huh?
Well, what do you mean?
A lot about this, you know. Planned it out. And get myself hooked. Spend some time living it up junkie style. Meet some interesting people. Have some crazy experiences. Experiences I could write about. And then once the fun stops, I'll just start causing problems in my life. I'll just kick the habit. Like, do you realize how absurd that sounds? And the struggle to overcome the drug will make me a stronger person in the end and earn me some aspiring admiration for my aspiring perseverance. So it's a win-win situation. Win-win-win, really, because whoever the heroin from will also benefit. It's something to do at the very least, a little break from the monotony of life. When you choose a life of a struggling artist, you don't take into account the ball it's bound to include.
And blackout. Wow, really impressive performance there, Ben. I'll consider you for the role of Todd when I put this thing up, you know, since anyone can play me!
Why are you so melancholy?
Oh, there was a what? Melancholy, she said it. So?
It was one of the examples of the big words used by the language of the planet.
What?
You know, when I was explaining all the different elements, you'd understand if you'd actually been paying attention instead of trying to destroy the set. God, you're like the worst audience member ever.
Oh yeah, even worse than her?
Yes, even worse than her.
Ouch. What? What's going on?
You're dragging.
Ooh,
You're dragging.
wait, what?
You're making the scene drag.
First off, I wasn't dragging. Other Ben was. Second off, she wasn't dragging. You know what? I already had this argument.
And I won that time too.
Oh, very funny, Todd. You know what else is funny, huh? Breaking reality. Here, hold this.
Give me that. Please don't bring us. Thank you,
Here, this is for you. You get that one? No. Who wants the bear? Who wants the bear? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
Still I'm so sorry. Indian giver. I know.
Here
Sorry,
we go.
Native American.
Shit. What about face? Face. Oh, face.
Oh, is that what you do for the apartment?
No. That's not what I meant.
Here, cameraman, you get that.
Well, I can't go up there and get that.
Go for it. Go for it. I dare you. Go. I dare you. Go ahead. Oh, we're gonna break reality, aren't we? See? This is called winning. Oh, fuck you. Shit.
Well, I am Aquarius. Doesn't mean great for madness.
Ben, what are you doing?
I'm gonna edit your play.
What? No, Ben, that would be catastrophic.
But first, I'm gonna change the whole thing to Comic Sans.
Dear God, no!
Well, that's what I call revenge on reality. I'm using the title of your play as a statement about destroying your play.
I mean, sure, that's clever and all, but it's just really cheesy to say the title of the play in the play.
Yeah, but we're not in the...
Stop, right?
Oh boy! Brace yourselves. Ben's about to get real unhappy.
Todd?
Ben? Ben!
Is this?
Yep,
You wrote
all of it.
even this?
Even this.
How?
What do you mean how?
I mean how, Todd? How did you write a play about me and you with the exact details, everything we've said and done since that moment, and now it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, how could you have known about any of this? You definitely couldn't have known about any of this. I mean, look at this. This is a fucking side-by-side scene with us and them. Oh my God, are you God? Are you been controlling me this whole time? Is there a such thing as reality? What's going on? Is this mental breakdown just another part of your stupid plan? Oh my God.
And she's
Oh God. Oh no. What the fuck is going on?
Whoa there, Tiger! Simmer down! I don't understand it any more than you do. But you can figure it all out too!
But you have to understand, you're the writer.
You've been helping me write it this whole time. I've been stealing lines from you since the first monologue, remember?
Why? How? Why? What?
You don't have to know why, or how, or anything. It all happened regardless of anyone's comprehension of it. And stuff will keep happening with just as little explanation. That's okay too.
Is that why you wrote it? To teach you that it's okay not to have a clear explanation for things? Because if so, that's a pretty shitty way of going about it.
No, Ben. No. I wrote it to prove a much more important point.
And what might that be?
Everybody loves a good confetti cannon. And blackout.
folk song. We're singing a folk song. We'll be singing all night long, singing about memories and other stuff. Singing a folk song, singing about protest, singing about important things like civil unrest. Singing a folk song, singing across the land, singing about loving people and holding hands, singing a folk song.
Oh no.
Not a country song, though sometimes it sounds like one. This is a folk song, singing a folk song. You can tell it's a folk song, 'cause I got this folk voice, and we're making some folk noise. Just keep saying folk song. Anything is a folk song. If you claim it's a folk song, you just can't be wrong. So this is a folk song about writing folk songs, but maybe not writing them, more improvising them, singing a folk song, singing about folky things, about front porch and tire swings. That was the wrong chord, but we're back to the folk song. Let's get to the chorus. It sounds like the rest of this, but with less words. Here's the folk song chorus. Hey!
Song.
Hey!
Yep.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey! Ho!
Uh-oh.
That was the chorus of a folk song. It's the words don't mean anything anymore, 'cause this is a folk song. Derailing a folk song. The tempo's increasing and my heartbeat is ceasing. But not really, that would mean I was dying, and I'm not really dying, I'm alive, and I'm singing a folk song, and we're flying now, flying now, flying now. What the hell is happening? The folk song's derailing and everything's staggering. Folk song, singing a folk song, a nice pleasant folk song to remind you of times long gone.
Oh no.
Not my best.